What's up, Bounders? I'm Fig, and this is DB News. Let's talk about playing Xbox 360 games on your Xbox One. If you haven't heard, on Monday during the whole E3 press conference, Microsoft announced that you'll be able to play some of your old 360 games, digital and physical copies, on the Xbox One. But there's a lot of caveats. They really didn't go into a lot of detail, so I'm going to tell you all the caveats. I'm going to tell you how you can do this, but I'm also going to tell you ways that you can improve it. So here's the whole gambit. Number one, you have to be part of the Xbox One preview program. So if you ever saw it on your dashboard or you ever saw an invite to the Xbox preview program, make sure you sign up for that, because that gives you, quicker updates, gives you kind of a sneak peek behind the scenes. You do have to, sign up for it, the whole 9 yards. It's completely free, so no worries on that regard. But if you don't have the Xbox preview program, you're going to have to wait until about holiday season before you're going to have this ability to play your Xbox 360 games on the Xbox One. So that's number one. Number two, it's not all the games. Like I said, some of the games. The way it's going to work is that basically Microsoft built this full-on, I guess you could call it, emulator in the Xbox One that pretty much plays everything that could work on the Xbox 360. For the most part, I'm sure there's probably some caveats here and there that they're not telling us, but they're saying almost blanket coverage with the Xbox 360 games with this emulator on the Xbox One. There's only one catch. They actually have to ask permission from the publishers and developers of those old games if they allow them to give it backwards compatibility. After it's done, it's pretty much a quick little thing on Xbox side, and boom, you'll be able to have that game playing on your Xbox One. So, how do you get these companies to agree? Well, there's actually a poll in the description. Click that poll. It's the official poll from Microsoft, and they're just basically gathering games and votes and whatnot of games that you want to have backwards compatibility opened on the Xbox One. The first one by far right now is Red Dead Redemption, which, come on now. A lot of people want to play that. For me, if you're a fighting game fan, please vote for Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online. That's my little plug for that game. It only has about 1,000 or so votes. It needs so much more. So enough of that. So you're part of the preview program. You understand all the games are not going to be available. You understand how to vote for games to make them available, hopefully, if the companies agree with Microsoft with this. Now, how do you do it? It's very easy. Once you go into the actual dashboard, go to your My Games section, where you should have a couple download and where your games are, especially your download digital games. Keep on moving all the way to the right, and then also you can see this little banner of games that you can pick from that are approved to download. You don't have to pick and choose. It's pretty much going to automatically be up there that you could download it. Here's another caveat you have to keep in mind. And I know there's a big question for a lot of you guys. Save games. What happens to your saved games? If the physical copy, and it's approved, can be played, digital or physical, can be played on the Xbox One, if you did not save to the cloud system that the Xbox 360 has, that's it. You got to start from scratch again. If you can save it, or you have the ability right now to put that save into the cloud, I would suggest you do it right now, because that's the only way you can be able to transfer your saves, at least at this point, from your Xbox 360 to your Xbox One. Hopefully later on, they'll allow you to do the USB thing and save it to there, but right now it's only through the cloud saving system. So hopefully the USB trick will come fairly soon, and I'm sure if people write Microsoft about this, they'll do it, but for right now you have to save everything to the cloud. There are some games that do not use the cloud save at all. You don't have a choice in the matter. So unfortunately, if that's the case, those games you will have to start from scratch. So again, all you got to do is go to your My Games, slide all the way over to the end until you see the list of Xbox 360 games. Click it to install like you install any digital game. You will have to wait a while because it does take a little bit for it to kind of boot up. But once you start the first game, any 360 game, you actually see like a little screen saying verifying your whole ID and whatnot. That's going to take about 30 seconds to 45 seconds for everything to complete. But once it's done, I've noticed that the other games don't have to wait that long. You might have to wait a little bit longer than what you had started on the 360 for each individual game, but not that long. Only the very first time is long. After that, it's fairly quick. But once the game starts, I'm going to tell you this right now, it's flawless. I played 2 games. I had two games from the group Pawtoonstudio, the guys who made Castle Crashers. Two of their older games. One of their games is Alien Hominid, and the other one is Battle Block Theater. And I played both of those games, and you probably see Alien Hominid playing right now beautifully. Matter of fact, because the D-pad on the Xbox One controller is so much better than the Xbox 360 controller, I could actually do better in those games. So not only are you getting the advantage of a better, it doesn't improve the graphics or anything like that, it just plays it, but the better controls on the better controller, it makes the game a lot more fun. So you might see a change. You might actually like these games on your Xbox One playing than you ever did on your Xbox 360, just because the controller is a little bit better this time around. But in the end, that's how you do it, guys. So if you enjoyed this quick how-to, please make sure you subscribe. I do news, commentaries, trailers, the whole 9 yards on the DB News, Digital Boundaries News channel. I really appreciate your support. And as always, thank you for being awesome.